Gaffer, there's been so much hype, talk, so many interviews. It's now less than 24 hours until the Man City game. What are your feelings ahead of it?
Just want the game to start now. Difficult for the players, difficult for myself with all the extra attention. But that's mainly because it's Manchester City, and like I've said in previous interviews, that they're the best this country's probably ever seen. So it's a massive occasion for us. It's something that we want to do ourselves justice, and we know how difficult it's going to be. But a brilliant occasion for the supporters. I hope they all come in, get there as early as possible, enjoy the day.
All of this extra attention, is it unhelpful, do you think? Is it a distraction?
Not for me, it's just not. It's fine, I can adapt to it. I'm just more bothered about the players. Any apprehension any apprehension on their performance, tickets, dealing with family, all that stuff can be a bit of a sideshow. So I want them to just concentrate on the game, and hopefully we'll turn up. We'll be full of energy tomorrow, and we can do our very best to make it as difficult as possible. All
of the players' media stuff was done earlier this week. I know you've said in other interviews that the tickets were all sorted earlier in this week. Why was it important for you to get all those side bits out of the way?
Because I've been a player. I've literally just come into this interview now, and there's two more people have asked for another ticket. So you can just get... It can be quite draining when people keep... And you're worried about your family, friends, making sure that no one misses out. So it's all right for me because I don't have to get to the levels of what the players are going to do. So hopefully I'll just concentrate on the game, turn up, make sure that the preparation has been right, which we think it has. Preparation for this game is a lot different to a lot of other games. The way they play, the way they get in certain areas is so different to what we're used to week in, week out. The flexibility of the players that they can pick young players. They spent 180 million in this transfer window already. We presume that 2 or 3 of them new signings will play, and we've not seen too much of them in this country yet. So it can be a really, really difficult game to prepare. But I also think that my analyst and myself have learnt a lot this week, watching the top games, watching them really, really closely. Helps that we've had the wide angle from the likes of the 4 or 5 previous games for Man City, and it's something that we think will help our development as well, because we're not used to defending against this opposition, and if you get little tiny details wrong, they can hurt you at any moment.
When you've got to prepare for so many top quality individuals to come up against, how difficult is it to get information into the players about so many different players whilst not trying to sort of bombard them with?
Yeah, it's getting that balance. It's also we're going to defend totally different than what we like to leave people 1v1 and trust that they're going to back themselves 1v1 against this opposition. We can't leave spaces. So more than marking men, which we do most Saturdays, most Tuesdays, now it's about getting the right area, blocking spaces, and if they want to move, they're rotating onto you rather than us following them and picking holes in our defensive structure. So yeah, it's been different, but also it's been really enjoyable as well.
We've not had a game in midweek, which has been unusual for us of late. How are we shaping up fitness-wise?
There's not, I think more than the fitness issues, it's the actual cup-tied players. So Romani can't play, Wellens can't play, Azim can't play. So that all them guys are cup-tied, which will allow them to be fresh for next Tuesday. We've got maybe one coming back. Jack Simpson obviously appeared on the bench last week. He potentially might be involved, and Dan Aggie might be on the bench. Might be. If there's any risk at all, then I won't use that. So Dan Aggie will be on the bench hopefully, but with the view of just keeping him on the bench. If we need him and there's a chance that we might get something, then we may put him on. But the plan at the moment is for him to sit there.
And it's obviously such a huge occasion. What's your message to the fans who are coming?
Bring your scarves, make it a sea of red, very similar to Crewe last year, and try and, you know what, cheer every tackle, cheer every bit of good play. Every time we make a foul on them, every single occasion we have a chance, we need to make it really uncomfortable. We're talking about the real top players, and we can play 100%, our maximum, and they can play at 60%, and they still might win the game. So we need a lot of decisions to go forwards. We need a bit of luck. We need the goalkeeper to play well, defend well. We need to take our chances if any come along. But the crowd have to play probably as big a part of any game that I've been involved in since I've come to this football club. So make sure, I know it's early, but make sure you bring your voices, make sure you give the players. We don't usually say that the supporters are the 12th man. For this game, we need them to be the 12th and the 13th man because they're that good. So, like I say, when you're running, when you're tackling, when you're working, if you can get that encouragement from the supporters, it will make us go from maybe 60, 70 minutes and then we can make changes. So, yeah, be as supportive as you can.